So what new trends are you seeing that's starting to come out, especially in kitchens?
A lot of bold colors, deeper greens, burgundies, the rift cut white oak, walnut, black, and then a lot of mixed elements such as metal and glass and stone.
Welcome into the ROCC Pod, produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I'm John Gay from Jag and the Trade Podcasts.
And I'm Lisa Bibby with Century 21 Northland.
Today we have with us Lindsey Collins from LMC Interiors. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We have a number of things to talk to you about, but first, I understand that you love to travel. Lisa and I both love to travel as well. Tell me about this going somewhere new every year with your husband on Thanksgiving.
I love this idea, by the way.
Well, recently we went to Madrid and Barcelona and Spain, and we'd love to go back next year and check out Portugal.
Very cool.
Ooh, I think everybody should do more traveling. So just if you don't have a New Year's resolution, or if you've already quit on yours, you might want to create this new one.
You can go to the gym anytime. Spend more time traveling.
Yes. Well, it sounds like we should be besties, Lindsey, because we share a lot of the same passions, including photography, art history, fashionista, and a foodie. So you mentioned that you're also into boating. Are you a sailor or a powerboat?
Powerboat. My husband and I both just purchased a boat and a cottage last year, so it keeps our summers very busy. We love to host our friends and family.
Nice. Where's your cottage at?
Out on Lake St. Clair.
Ooh, I've got a friend that lives on Lake St. Clair. It is absolutely an amazing place to go boating.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we get to the business stuff, I do have to ask, 2 new puppies?
2 new puppies. We had a big year. They're sisters, Sydney and Sophie.
Aww.
What kind of dogs are they?
They're Shizans.
Right on
They
cue.
barked on cue.
Right on cue, yes.
I love it.
They'll have to meet Lisa's new puppy, Mocha.
So cute.
Yes, we have to have puppy play dates.
How fun.
So, Lindsey, congratulations are in order. We hear you are celebrating 20 years this year in 2025. So tell us a little bit more about how you started your company.
Well, I started in May of 2005. It was a year after graduating college, and it was my first job out of school, and they really encouraged me to have the designers in general to have their own side business, and establishing kitchen and bath with tile and stone selections. It grew to paint selections, doing home consultations, space planning using AutoCAD or the latest and greatest software programs. And then it led to building my clientele, and it's a huge referral business.
So what was your degree in, Lindsey?
My degree was in interior design, so I have a bachelor's from Kendall College of Art and Design in Grand Rapids.
Oh my gosh, I went there. Like, how bizarre is this?
Oh my goodness,
that's
you two
awesome.
you two are besties.
That's awesome. Yeah, I started out actually at Western Michigan University in graphic design and changed majors and transferred, but I took the knowledge of graphic design and I ended up minoring in art history and did interior design through Kendall, and I really enjoyed both schools. Western was known for their business aspect, marketing, accounting, and so I gained that knowledge, and then Kendall was more hands-on. A lot of the professors were in the field as well. It was a lot more trendy, edgy, and a design school.
I want to come back to something you said a moment ago, Lindsey. You said that you were in your first job out of school and they encouraged you to kind of start your own business and do your own thing. I feel like that's a little bit unique. I feel like a lot of other industries, they would say, no, there's no moonlighting here. But it is interesting to me how they would encourage you to do something like that.
It was really unique, but it grew both the relationship with the company and my side business.
So I got to say, LMC Interiors, you have actually something in common with me. It's not just all in you and Lisa, this podcast. I'm not going to be left out. We both named our businesses after our initials, but there's more to LMC than just your initials, right?
Right. So Lindsey Collins, and it really stands for lifestyle plus materials plus creativity. Everyone's lifestyle is incorporated into their personal home and using materials, textures, different finishes, along with creativity.
That's way better than mine because they told me that JAG also just stood for just another guy.
Oh, John, but we love you. It's not just another guy.
Okay,
That's what you tell him. It's just not just another guy. So, Lindsey, what scope of projects do you take on? Anything from like small remodeling projects all the way up to, new construction? Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I can do anything from a small scale remodel, smaller budget, staying with a smaller scope of work and a tighter timeline, to a larger scale new construction, working with builders, other trades, or doing an addition.
Well, I am absolutely obsessed with watching all these videos of interiors of homes. As a realtor, I guess you kind of assume that. But what is your favorite area of the home to design?
I really honestly enjoy kitchens. The last several years have been a kitchen and bath focus. The tile and stone background that I started with, along with the cabinetry component, married the two together. And kitchens are the heart of the home. I believe clients, whether they like to entertain or not, their family gathers in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they've really changed the working triangle that was originally part of the space planning challenge has sort of gone away, and it's become this open concept, larger islands, seating at the island, maybe not even having a table in the space, and really looking more like pieces of furniture as a wow factor.
Yeah, we love that. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out in the kitchen while somebody's making amazing food? So it's definitely more of like a social environment now. And I was curious, do you also have a showroom? Because I know when you're doing things such as kitchens and bathrooms, there's so much variety to choose from, everything from countertops, tile, plumbing, lighting. So do you have a showroom, or how are people able to pick out all of those finishing touches?
I don't have a showroom. I work with the Michigan Design Center in Troy.
Oh my gosh, that place is amazing.
Yeah, there's a multitude of different design showrooms there. I used to have a materials library out of my home office, and it just was challenging to stay up to date. So the latest and greatest products are at the showroom. I meet my clients there, and I meet typically at the client's home or another showroom, depending on where I'm getting the cabinetry from, or countertops, flooring. So a multitude of different locations.
So you mentioned the latest and greatest. Lisa and I are both big fans of technology. Talk about some of the tech that you're using in your business.
Primarily, I use Chief Architect. I find that very helpful for not only floor plans, elevations, but 3D perspective drawings. It really gives the clients an opportunity to visualize what the space is going to look like before ordering materials. In addition to SketchUp and 2020, I think all three are a good blend.
I can relate in my podcast industry. I have different tools that do the same things, but some are a little bit better at this, and some are a little bit better at that, and some are a little bit better at that. So totally understand you're there.
3D renderings are like literally revolutionizing this industry, because so many people, like when you talk to them, they can't visualize that space. So being able to have something that they can see visually is absolutely a game changer. And even like when selling homes, it's kitchens and bathrooms are like the biggest selling feature. And I love that you can come in and create that warming space.
So if I'm a client and I'm coming in to work with you, Lindsey, kind of walk me through the process of how you would take me through everything that you do.
Well, typically I'll get a phone call or an email inquiry through my website or a referral. And I start with asking several questions. The room or several rooms that they're working on, their timeline, their budget, and walking through my steps, which I start with typically a home consultation. Before the home consultation, I gather a lot more information, such as photos of the space, some basic dimensions, overall length and width and ceiling height of the space. Clients are a little nervous to measure their own area, and I always reinforce that I will be the one measuring, but just to get started so I have a general idea of what we're working with. Or for new construction, they would be sending over architectural blueprints. So once I have a chance to review the scope of work and kind of highlight the rooms that we're focusing on, prioritizing, then we would schedule a consultation. And then I put together an estimate of how much the project's going to cost. This can vary based on rooms and budget. And then I dive into the design process before collecting a retainer and doing drawings or finish selections, depending on what the client is going for.
And just as a pro tip, if you are purchasing a home and wanting to hire somebody like Lindsey to come in and help you renovate it, I know now we've got a lot of floor plan drawings out there. Just as a heads up, those measurements are not always accurate. So do not give those to Lindsey. Make sure you get those custom measured. We're using all kinds of AI software. And so sometimes there's inaccuracies in those measurements.
Wait, you're saying AI can make mistakes, Lisa?
Oh my gosh. AI. I love it and I hate it all in one. It's mostly amazing, but yeah, just a couple mistakes.
My rule of thumb with AI is AI can make your life a lot easier, but anything AI does, you need to check with a human eye and ear.
Oh, triple check that stuff. Otherwise, you might have like 3 hands coming out of your face and you might be saying really funny things.
Yep.
And your measurements might be off.
Right.
But otherwise, it's cool. So we're always paying attention to what new trends are coming into place, and especially people who are looking to sell down the road from now. So what new trends are you seeing starting to come out, especially in kitchens?
A lot of bold colors, deeper greens, burgundies, the rift cut white oak, walnut, black, and then a lot of mixed elements such as metal and glass and stone.
I've always been a fan of that, those mixed elements. Like when you bring in wood and stone, it's kind of like goes back to the basic elements. Water, air, earth, and fire. You know, you bring all those in and you've got the wood elements and the stone. It looks really amazing.
All right, well, now we are going to shift gears and ask you our fishbowl question of the day, Lindsey, where we pull a totally random question for you. Lisa, would you please pull and ask Lindsey our fishbowl question?
Yes. All right, Lindsey, what is your favorite type of cheese?
Oh, Parmesan Reggiano.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm thinking of the Trader Joe's Parmesan cheese with rosemary.
I have not had that one yet, and I'm a big fan of Trader Joe's. So they make a Parmesan with rosemary?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking this Thanksgiving you're going to be in Italy and getting the real thing.
Yes.
All right, Lindsey, if folks want to reach out to you at LMC Interiors, what are the best ways to find you?
My phone number, which is 269-598-1935. My website, lmcinteriorsllc.com. And I'm on social, both Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Thank you, Lindsey, for coming on, and we're excited to see all these new kitchens and bathrooms that you'll be designing. My name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Northland. I put the real back in realtor. And if you have a space that you don't love and you'd like to sell instead, we can help you find the perfect home. Questions about buying or selling your home? Call my cell at 248-981-3610. And my website is soldbylisab.com. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Sold by Lisa B. Let's connect.
And I am John Gay from Jag in Detroit Podcast. I'm the podcast guy. If you have any questions about podcasts or a New Year's resolution to start a podcast, you can find me at jagindetroit.com or on social at jagindetroit. Thank you for listening to this episode of the ROCC Pod, produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. For more information about the Chamber or Chamber events, you can go to royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone.